got the intro halted right there. You're probably wondering why we halted here. And more so, you're probably wondering who is this red-eyed, purple-hair girl. Well, you're finally gonna know who this is. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jason Pie Explorer, back at again with the most cultured thing I could possibly give you, and that is my favorite anime of all time. Now, as you saw in the intro, I did question you, who is this person? Well, I'm gonna tell you who that person is. And the person that made this character and this series is the same person that made the Monogatari series, and I still do not understand what the hell that series is about. So this series is my best and favorite series mainly because of her. And it's not, and even though she may not be like the most easy to understand character, but she's like one of my favorite, she's my favorite character possibly of all time. So without any further ado, I'd like to present to you Medaka Box, the greatest underrated anime of all time. And when I say underrated, I really do mean underrated. And I ain't talking about like, yo, oh, Fully Cooley is so underrated. So many people do not watch Fully Cooley, and it's embarrassing to that they're in the anime community. Like, this is not your Fully Cooley. Well, most people that has probably seen this character probably don't even know who she is or what character she's about. A lot of big name YouTubers don't know who this is. The only person I've seen that has a wealthy knowledge of who Medaka is the anime man. That, as far as I've seen, that's the only person. So, well, let me explain to you who Medaka is. Medaka Kurakami is the student council president of Holt's Peak Academy. Holt's Peak Academy, good lord. Sandbox Academy. And basically, she has requests that she can do 24/7, 365 days a year. Basically, whatever request you put out in front of her, she will do it. And she is perfect at it. Every little thing, when it comes to running, when it comes to sports, when it comes to just posing for art, perfect at literally everything. And I know what you're saying, like, man, there's no character like that exists like that. Yes, she does. Like, she's literally perfect at everything. She even, like, she solved, like, the hardest math theory. And then people were trying to be, like, destroy, like, the school, like, the student police. And she even stopped them, which I'll explain a little bit in detail. So, basically, and she just really over the top. But the real thing about Medaka is not even, it's like, she's so simple, but at the same time, so complex. Like, let's take a few examples. If you were to have a dog near her, a dog will run away because they're afraid of her. Like they did in episode 2, where she literally dressed up as a dog, looking friendly as hell, and then tried to hug this dog, but with her immense amounts of power hidden in her, the dog ran away and just said, nah, I ain't about this, I ain't gonna die. And you probably wonder, like, dang, what's his power with her? We'll get to that. But basically, Medaka is not your ordinary high school student. She wants to see the best in everybody, and literally, that's not a bad thing. But she does it in a way that reforms people in some way. Like the Kendo squad, like the Kendo kids, like, they was just being douchebags. They wasn't like the best type of people to be around. Yet when Medaka gets control of the situation, she literally reforms the entire group with this kamidare attitude that she has. and she might not even know what being a comedy is. The thing is, she likes to have people reach the highest expectations of themselves and try their very best. That's the only type of people that Medaka could really respect. Basically what I'm saying is, if you can't reach a high level that you should be able to get to and try give it your all, Medaka won't give you that much respect to you. But enough about that. Let's go and talk about some of the things that she has done, which is, one, she is very athletic. She can beat one of the fastest track runners in her own school, and not to mention she's an excellent swimmer, especially during the whole budget. Like, there was like a game where they had to play this basketball game in a swimming pool, and basically whoever wins the entire tournament gets a budget increase for their clubs. Tell me why Medaka went underwater, and this is a game you're supposed to have with 3 people to throw stacks of balls into the basket. Tell me why Medaka was the only person in her team to go underwater, get as many stacks of balls as she could, 20 of them intact, and then compress the water out of each of them to make a huge super ball and throw it in one big basket that scored 20 points off rip. How? Even Zikichi and Nakoki was like, oh nah, we ain't gonna be even doing this. Medaka got this one. So like, they don't even have to try. And even Medaka was like, yo, I did, like, she like, so wait, I don't get extra points because I didn't throw for the free throw line? Like, how? So, and it was like, it's insane. So yes, Medaka is quite athletic and quite, well, just damn unique all around. And now let's talk about some of her durability, because she could take a hit, she could take a punch, a kick, pretty much anything you throw at her. There's actually this student police person named Unzen, and basically he has like these super balls that he throws at people and leave them near dead to injure them. So when Medaka takes one from the chin, you would think, oh my gosh, Medaka just broke her jaw. No, she just took that and just looked at him seriously. I was like, how do you survive such a hit? Also, a little side note, Medaka is freaking loaded. Like, she is rich, like how Ninja and Shroud are from Mixerdyne. Here comes the money. Shh, money talks. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me stop that. But this isn't the most impossible thing I haven't seen Medaka done. You think that's impossible? Wait till you hear this one. Basically, what Unzen decided to do next to the student council was to blow up the entire student council members as well as the room, which he succeeded. Spoilers, Medaka saved everybody. How? Well, basically, the super balls he had was explosions. So this time, Medaka decided to get water from a plane and throw it on some of them to deactivate some of them, then kick the rest of the balls that she could outside the window, then somehow rolled up everybody in a rug or a locker, I can't remember which one, and then jumped out the window just so she could avoid injuries, her friends getting injured. How did she do that in the span of like 3 seconds? It's not even 3 seconds, probably less than that. So she's basically pretty much dang impossible. So, and then even with all of that, finally her power comes into play, which she finally gets to activate War God mode, which is basically her going berserk on everything. Doesn't matter who you are, and if you hurt someone that she knows and ends up getting pissed off about it, you're pretty much done for. War God mode destroyed everything. It can destroy anything. And taking a hit from her in War God mode, it's like getting hit by a dump truck. And even with everything that Unzen had, he even stringed up Medaka, trying to stop her from moving. Even with that, cutting up every inch of her flesh, she still moved and pulled the entire school with her because the strings was attached to the balls. The strings were attached to her. And the thing is, those strings are not easy to break. They're made of steel. So that pretty much tells you that, yeah, it doesn't matter what you throw at Medaka, obviously she's gonna mess you up. And you're probably thinking, well dang, is there any way to stop Medaka? No, not really. There's, except the power of friendship, but not really. There's really nothing that can stop her except maybe her own attacks against her. But other than that, there's nothing that really can stop this woman. And heck, she's probably the most powerful woman in Shonen. no, scratch that. She might be the most powerful character in all of anime, including 2 other characters I'll get to later. But basically, this anime takes every trope that you know and everything about shonen and just says, screw this shonen agenda, we're making our own thing. And the crazy part is, it works. But for now, I think I'll just leave this here, because honestly, Medaka Box itself is just a great series to get into, especially if you like the trope breaking stuff. And even though the translation in the manga kind of sucks a little bit, it's still relatively good. So if you don't have any anime to watch, and if you want to help this underrated series from 2012 to actually have like a better reputation than what it is and actually be well known, please watch it. It's really good. It is my favorite series after all. And honestly, there's no one better than Medaka. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you did like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification on your way out. And until then, this has been your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.